Welcome back, guys. I'm PUBG, back with another video, and on this one the first half will be a lineup guide on how to build your own lineup, and then it will be some recommendations about some lineups you can use, a ready-made lineup set which I will show you, and you can choose one of those lineups. And this will first cover the fundamentals of lineup building, and with this it won't just be knockback, or it won't be like a simple thing like use 2 DPS and 1 frontline and that will work out. Not that kind of a video here. It will go in much more in depth to build synergy with weird lineups too. There are some lineups which may include just 1 frontline, some lineups which may include 4 DPS, some lineups which may include 2 healers. I'll show you everything, and let's see how the lineups work. Not 2 healers, actually. I would prefer not to do that, but okay, that also works. But I'll show you how lineups actually are built and what should you consider, except just the basics of lineup building, which you have probably seen in other places as well. This is a more tricky way of building lineups, which I will show you right now. The basic fundamental is, first you have to understand the heroes. What you have to understand is there are certain heroes which you have probably seen in my tier list. Some are S tier, some are A tier, some are C tier. You can go through the heroes and decide which you prefer and which you have your artifacts for, which you have your stars for, and decide which will fit best in your lineup. But the only thing you have to know that you will minimum need 1 frontline. You'll at minimum need 1 DPS. You may or may not need the support. At minimum you'll need a frontline and a DPS. 1 frontline and 1 DPS you'll need at minimum. Now you can actually play with the support or the DPS and everything based on certain synergies. For example, let me give you an example. There are some fundamental things that can build synergies. The basic one is a normal lineup. You can go for a knockback lineup. This is the first synergy I'm going to talk about. This is a lineup that will really benefit from knocking back the enemy and then killing them. This is a very good, this works very good with free to play accounts because you have many low investment knockback agents like the Master Ninja, but you obviously need the eternal artifact for it. And also Panda with the mythic is very good at knockback, and also Snow Woman really helps the knockback. Then every marksman really contributes to the knockback, including Pilot and Levi, and even Foxy contributes to the knockback. There are many knockback things that help you to get the knockback, but really you have to know which characters actually utilize knockback the best and which characters do the knockback the best. For knockback, you will 100% need a knockback heavy frontline, in which I would recommend the Panda or the Masked Ninja. As a fundamental, you should have one of these unless you can build a lot of knockback through runes by wailing out, and that can be significantly higher than your other players in the server, and thus you can just use any sustain frontlines, which are Dark Knight and Paladin and stuff, who actually heal the team, and just put the runes and work with them, or even Neza that does DPS. But the first thing is you'll need, for a just knockback team, you'll need something that knocks back hugely. So I would prefer to have either Panda or Masked Ninja in it. Now, second thing is something that will help you with the knockback. I would suggest in every knockback team to really have Snow Woman. Out of every other heroes, I would really prefer to have Snow Woman. It does increase energy and also knockback. And why Snow Woman works so great in knockback team is because whenever you're doing a knockback team, you would probably want a character that will give you energy, because you'll finish the enemies quickly. In knockback, you're not really going for sustain. You're not wanting to keep the enemies in corner for 50 seconds and look at them how they look caged up in a corner. It's not a zoo or circus where you want to see them cornered for 50 seconds. You want to corner them and end them. You want to finish them quickly. You don't have sustain, the enemy has sustain, so maybe later on the enemy might win if you don't like finish it quickly. So you do not need that. You need something that will finish it quickly, and to finish enemies quickly you'll definitely need not snow woman, energy regen, which will help you ult before the enemy ults. Like the energy regen is given a lot by snow woman, definitely you need the mythic artifact for it. And also snow woman in the early game does this freeze in the front lines that will help you get the knockback. As you can see, even with just panda and snow woman, early game I was getting a good amount of knockback. If I put just the two front lines along with snow woman, you will see it's already I did not knock back. Probably the enemy has more knockback runes than me or something. Oh no, he's running 3 front lines. I'm blind. And also running warlock. This is, as you can see, he's also running some kind of a knockback thing with which I can actually counter this if I had higher CP. Panda and this guy, these 3 can like easily knock back this team. Even like, let's see, with this, my main team, I probably can knock back the enemy team. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, there you go. I can knock back the enemy team. Since Levi also supports the knockback, I'm being able to knock back the enemy team and doing pretty good. Let's see even. Oh, I can actually beat him. See? Oh no, I probably can't beat him. Oh, it's frozen. Okay. But see, it was a higher CP than me, but I almost beat him. The knockback team, as I said, pound for pound is the best like team to build if you're free to play or anything, because even at a lower CP you can really punch further and beat higher CP players. That's why the knockback team is good. To build the knockback team, I recommend the Snow Woman, the Panda, or maybe even the Masked Ninja. Having one of these two along with another frontline. Why I recommend Whirlpool in this one? The front lines that really benefit from knockback. Let's go with that first. Whirlpool is one that really benefits from knockback. Why? Like once they're cornered, the Whirlpool will stun every single one of them. Obviously with mythic artifacts. Here I'm considering, I'll tell you all the artifacts that you need, okay? You need mythic artifact on Whirlpool, and Whirlpool really benefits from knockback because it will completely stun the enemy team, and that's really good. And it also silences the enemy team for a bit, and you really want that in a knockback team. Once they're pushed back, you're silencing, you're freezing with Snow Woman once again. They're always cornered and you're ulting faster and you're killing the enemy team. Now let's talk about DPSs. Let's finish with the front lines. Other front lines that actually benefit with the knockback is the monkey. It will definitely stun all of them when it does the ult, and it does a good amount of damage as well. Another front line that benefits after the knockback is Neza. When you knock back, it does a lot of DPS because they're all together. Neza does have quite a big range though. Even without knockback, he can do the DPS. But definitely remember, Neza needs the first page awakening and also the artifact. Neza is a high investment agent. Other ones that benefit from knockback would be, I don't think anything else really benefits from knockback in the front line, but I recommend Whirlpool for the stun and the silence. It's a really good addition to the front line. So Panda or Masked Ninja, then these 3. Then you can go for DPSs that benefit from the knockback. Shadow Fiend fits everywhere. He benefits from knockback, he benefits without knockback, he's doing good everywhere. So Shadow Fiend is one that works. Levi is one that actually works because it supports the knockback, and also when it's pushed back, since it attacks 3 players sometimes when it has the mythic, it also attacks multiple, may attack multiple things on the backlines as well. And Levi is not strictly stuck to the front lines, it may attack the backlines as well. So when they're knocked back, there are chances you will attack the backlines and Levi will kill them. And also Levi really supports the knockback to happen, so Levi also works good. Then another one that really works good is the pilot. Does with the mythic, you'll hit them twice with your grenade, and that will definitely shred the enemy, and that will 100% help you after the knockback is done. Hidden Ninja with the Eternal Artifact, it does an AoE damage when it's completely cornered, it does huge damage, and also reduces their energy, benefits from knockback hugely. Shadow Master definitely requires knockback and benefits from knockback hugely because it has a like attack range, and the attack range obviously works with the knockback. And another one, this guy, the on free to play, the Fire Sorceress works with knockback greatly because it also has a damage range and it attacks everyone. Another one would be, let's see, where's our witch? The witch is insane with knockback because like it does 500% damage when everything's grouped together, 500% on everyone, like bouncing off everything, and also does the anti-heals, which with knockback is insane. It's the S tier of knockback, like this is probably the best you can do when you have knockback. This, I would suggest this over any other team. This is probably the strongest knockback team, which I'll also do during the recommendations, and these are also good. Just like I mentioned, I would prefer you keep Shadow Fiend because even if you fail knockback, this guy really also sometimes kills the front lines. And also, yeah, you can actually put Envoy in this team because these two synergize well. It will affect the front lines, first of all, if you get actually knocked back, and also this guy really helps in knocking back too and reduces the enemy energy. So this is also a good team. The Envoy also works good on this one. So this is the basis of the knockback team. I'll also make a video, like I can also make singular videos on each and every feature, but that is a different concept. I might do it later on. The second team, which is the most common team that like previously people thought was the meta, I would do not recommend you to do it unless you're a whale, because the sustain team is the second team I'm going for, and the sustain team is really hard to actually win with. If you're not whaling, you might fail sustain many times and you might just lose. The sustain team includes Dark Knight and Paladin. You must have these two in the sustain team. Okay, so you must need the Dark Knight and the Paladin. Preferably you will have the Arcane Saint, will sustain a lot, and these three are the best in the sustain. Then since you also want to win and just not sustain forever, you will put some DPS. These will usually not knock back. Even though people use the witch because they're rich, I recommend do not use the witch in this team. Use the Shadow Fiend or use the like Abyssal Queen. You can go for Levi. You can go for Abyssal Queen once again with Levi, Abyssal, not witch, Levi and Shadow Fiend. You can go for Envoy. You can go for Gunslinger, great with this team because directly attacks the front lines while it sustains. Then the back lines while it sustains. You can go for the Foxy Levi combo, hitting the front lines while it happens, but this is not the best frontline team. I'll go for the frontline teams too. You can go for other DPSs. Don't go for these, like which need knockback. The ones I showed you in knockback, don't go for them. And these are the DPSs I would suggest. If you want a bit of knockback along with these, you can, but I would not suggest. Like proper knockback teams will already beat you. So like if you want to replace something, you can replace the Dark Knight with Masked Ninja or Dark Knight with Panda. Will like help you not get completely cornered and might protect you from some burst damage. But mostly when people are building knockback, they're building with 3 or 4 heroes, which I showed you previously. If they're building it properly, you won't be able to stop the knockback team and you'll probably die. The knockback team, one more thing I would recommend is in the knockback team you can actually have triple front lines, where the third front line will always have to be Neza because he will do a lot of DPS. These three together work really well along with Snow Woman, and then you can go for Shadow Fiend. Or like I will always recommend Shadow Fiend, but you can go for Shadow Master, Hidden Ninja or anything with this, because this will 100% completely end the enemy team. Now one more thing is that this is the normal team. Now the third team I will go for is the normal variety team. I call it the normal frontline DPS support team. Is the Holy Trinity team. The Holy Trinity team you can go for. In the Holy Trinity team, I would suggest you will have one sustain frontline, which would be Dark Knight or the Paladin. Here it is. The second thing in the Holy Trinity team is you'll have another frontline which can be either sustain or knockback or DPS, where I would suggest a DPS frontline instead because it helps a lot. The Neza is really good, but as I said, it's very expensive to run. You can run here the Dark Knight, which is sustained, but it also works here well. Another frontline that really works here is the Panda, and also the Masked Ninja, and also the Whirlpool. All of these work well in this team. You'll have two of these frontlines. Along with that, since you're not really always knocking back, you'll have a support, which can be your Arcane Saint, your Silence, which is one of the best in this lineup. Your Silence, like one of the popular ones I will show you, where you have the best here. You have this Paladin Neza, the Silence, and 2 DPS like Shadow Fiend. And on this one, usually people are using where they can use Envoy. They are sometimes using Witch. I would not recommend Witch. You'll not get enough knockback. Please listen to me. You won't get enough knockback. Don't use Witch. It's not the way. Don't go for it. Like some people just use it for the anti-heals. Do not recommend it. Just build your heavy injury effect if you want to do it. Please don't use Witch on this team. You can use something like Envoy, which will actually help you keep their energy even lower with these two like coordinating with each other, the Silence and the Envoy. You can actually go for what can I say? You can go for Levi because he does not require any other help. You can go for Abyssal Queen. You can go for, don't go for Foxy. You can go for Levi, but don't go for Foxy. You can go for whatever. Like, I don't think there's anything else you can go for. Go for just this because you don't want to get countered by knockback teams. And this is preferably, I would suggest in this one to actually have Envoy over anything else, because these two actually synergize to kill the front line sometimes, especially with Neza. These three, this is probably the best lineup in the variety lineup, which is the Holy Trinity lineup. This is probably the best of the Holy Trinity lineup, because as I'm saying, these two will defeat the front lines if they knock you back, along with Neza, which obviously needs the first page awakening. This will sustain and this will silence. This works really good and synergizes really well. Oh, also I forgot to mention, in the previous one you could actually use Gunslinger because it's like killing the backlines. That's also a great team. Don't use Witch, use Gunslinger if necessary. You can actually take out the other Gunslinger or even kill the backline. Fourth team. Now let's go into the weird territory. Now we are going for teams that are insane. Like, you're thinking on traits of teams now. Fourth team is the frontline killer team. Usually in every team you want to kill the backlines because the front lines are not the main DPS. When you kill the DPS, the enemy team over time will obviously lose. Your primary job is to take out the DPS. But there are some teams which can kill the front lines so fast that you'll gradually get to the DPS and kill them too. Without the front lines, the DPS will be helpless. So this is the complete best lineup that you should go for as the frontline killer lineup. This is the one you should go for always if you're deciding to go for the frontline killer lineup. The best one is the new Silver Warrior. Then you'll go with the Jungle Envoy. Do not mess with the frontline killer lineup too much. I'll give you some options, just keep it in them. Do not go for anything else. Keep within them and you'll be good, because this is a very hard lineup to play, because you need to finish the front lineup before it actually messes up everything that you had planned, and then you just lose because you are not killing any DPS. If the front line survive, you're done for. And also within that you have to also make sure something else happens. So these Envoy and this Shadow Fiend, the Envoy will reduce energy and also do more damage to the front lines. The Shadow Fiend will also do damage to the front lines. The Silver Warrior will also do damage to the front lines. Obviously, that's his speciality. The next thing you will want is either Masked Ninja, not this, Panda or Masked Ninja for the knockback. Why you need the knockback? You need the Masked Ninja or the Panda along with this to get the knockback prevention, because if you get completely cornered, the enemy team will kill you very fast. This will do the energy reduction and everything, but you will need something to prevent the complete knockback so that you don't die. And along with that, I'll prefer that also you can so that after getting knockback you do not also face many other issues like getting anti-healed by witch or getting silenced by the holy healer. You don't want that. You are not gaining energy very fast here, so you want to prevent your knockback as much as possible. And while you do that, you can also go with a paladin if you want, or Neza. If you want to add with DPS or sustain instead, you can go for those, but I will recommend Panda because once you knock back, these also get helped. The next one, you should go for either the Levi or the Foxy, because that will also attack the front lines. The Panda is also good because that will do the anti-heals. Once the front lines are dead, you'll easily reach the back lines and do the anti-heals, which you do not have the witch for. Why you must keep these two and usually not change with get both Levi and Foxy anymore. I'm keeping Levi, but you can do any of them. Why you should keep these two? Because these four will be enough to kill your front lines very fast. These will be enough to kill your front lines very fast. If you want to kill even faster, you can just go for Neza and do it that way. But instead of changing these four, these four will already kill the front lines, while these will also trickle down on the back lines, while Envoy will prevent the knockback along with the Panda or whatever front line you wish to have. I just want to prevent complete knockback so that the silence or the holy healer does not mess up everything that you had planned, because this is a very hard lineup to pull. This is I would suggest always keep Jungle Envoy and Shadow Fiend. This goes synergy very well together, and this will easily end the front lines. And with this, you can completely go for it. Go for Foxy if you want. And the trickle damage they will do, the chipping away of the backlines they will do with the AoE that they do while they are also killing these guys, will also be an insane amount, and that will really help. So you, in the frontline killer lineup, you go for this one. This is one focus of a trait, which is frontline killing. Next, I will focus on a weird trait which usually people don't focus on, is an energy reduction lineup. For that, you 100% need a knockback frontline, which will be Panda. Hopefully Panda, or you can also go for the Masked Ninja, but I would say please do Panda here, because you want to keep them cornered for longer and not just the first 18 seconds, and Panda is better than a Masked Ninja at that. And go for the Whirlpool Ninja. You will go for, because of the stun and silencing, which is one part of the silence, you will go for the Envoy, which will also help with your reduction of energy and also silencing, reduction of energy and also knocking back, not silencing. You'll go for the Silence, which will silence even if it's knockback, while you smoothly get the knockback later on. And along with that, you'll need the Eternal of Hidden Ninja. This is very specific lineup. You're not I'm not telling you can do 15 different lineups with this one. You can actually also go with Holy Healer and do stuff like that. I'll show you that one, but this is a very specific lineup. Eternal, this one, these two will end up knocking back. This will do the AoE, and also with the AoE, this will reduce 80 energy. This will keep stunning and silencing. This will keep producing energy, and this will keep silencing and reducing energy. They will never ult against this team. The only thing you can do here is actually replace silence with Holy Healer if you can get enough energy increase and you do not need the energy reduction so early and you're confident in your knockback. You can actually go Holy Healer here, which I cannot find. Then that way the Holy Healer will be better because it reduces energy, and not only that, it also keeps them in the it really heals and sustains the team too and does a lot. But unless you can consistently get the knockback, silence is the preferred one. like proccing each other, they will just never recover energy. And also this guy's solo DPS is so high after he gets the AoE, and even if they have some healer, the pandas, like after cornered, the pandas anti-heals will counter that. This guy will solo kill them all. This is a very specific lineup you're going for, and that really works well. One more lineup I will show is with the knockback, which was this, and you can go for this is a free to play one. Maybe because you're going for a free to play, you can go for this, and then you can have the energy, obviously these three, and then you can actually have hidden ninja with radiant angel eternal. The radiant angel eternal, what the radiant angel eternal does is give through 200% attack. These two will corner the, like with Snow Woman, these will corner the enemies very early, and after cornering the enemies, you can easily like increase the attack of this guy first, and then this guy will do a true damage of 600% on all of them, and they'll get one-shotted. This is a very easy team to just one-shot the enemies together with the knockback. That's why you do not even need Panda on this one, because obviously the early knockback is all that matters to you. So like it really finishes fast. This is another team you can go for free to play, and there you go. Now let's go for some recommended lineups. Let's start with this itself. This is one of the knockback lineups that I recommend. Let's go for the second lineup that I recommend. Any of these are good. This is one of the variety lineups that I recommend. I do not recommend going for Witch in the variety lineups because you lose. If you are doing Panda instead of Neza, then go for the Witch. This is the variety lineup that I recommend, like the Holy Trinity one. For knockback, I showed you one already. Let me show you another with knockback, which is my main lineup. This is one with knockback. You can replace this with any, which I have shown you in the knockback section. This is the Frontline killer lineup I will recommend to you. You can go for this one. You can even go for another DPS like Neza on this one. The energy reduction lineup will be this one, the Silence, the Hidden Ninja, Eternal obviously, the Panda, and the Whirlpool, another lineup. These are a few lineups you can go with. Just I showed you straightforward. There's another lineup I will recommend. This is a good one. This really counters well the Gunslinger. This counters Gunslinger well with this guy because he stuns, and then you're doing 2 DPS. You can go for Panda because you're like both DPSs are marksman. You will need some knockback. If you're doing Levi here, you won't need knockback, so you can remove Shadow Master for Levi, and then you can put another guy here, get another Frontline here, and this is good. You can go for Dark Knight, you can go for Paladin. This is another lineup that will work for you, because what this does is, like, this is similar to the Frontline killer size lineup, but the main thing here is that the 2 marksmen are staying forward and the envoy is staying behind. Instead of envoy, you can also use some Silence, some any other support, Snow Woman, and in the Snow Woman you will put this Rock Turtle pet. This will counter the Gunslinger, like, because like when you're getting attacked in the backline, this will just tank it while your main 2 DPS survive. So that's the main thing. You in the backline, you're keeping the Rock Turtle. Like even with Envoy here, you will be keeping the Rock Turtle so that he completely counters Gunslinger, and that's another team you can go for. So with this, let's put another Frontline and let's call it a day. These are the lineups that I showed you. Use any of these lineups, you'll be good for. If you have any other, you probably understood the lineup building principle. You have to hold a single trait and work with it. You can go for the B tier ones, which actually heroes go for, like good knockback and everything. You just have to select from the tier list. If you don't have the S tier ones, go for the A tier ones. If you don't have the A tier ones, go for the B tier ones. But built based on synergy. Do not choose all the S tier ones and think that they will actually like work together with each other. Probably the S tiers might, but the A tiers at least won't. So please don't just haphazardly choose things. Please build a team based on synergy, and after this I am probably sure that you understood how to build lineups. Thank you so much guys. See you in the next video, and like and subscribe if you like the video.